Good morning, everyone. It is with great pleasure that I welcome you all to this enlightening session on financial literacy. In today's fast-changing world, financial awareness is a key life skill, whether it is budgeting, saving, investing, or planning for the future. Financial literacy empowers individuals to make informed decisions and achieve financial independence. We are honored to have with us today a distinguished expert, our esteemed resource person, Dr. Mitesh Sheth sir, with his vast knowledge and experience in finance, banking, and investment strategy. Sir will guide us in understanding the essentials of financial literacy and how we can apply them in our daily lives. On behalf of our college, I extend a warm welcome to our honorable chief guest and esteemed dignitaries on the day, and all my friends in the audience. Your presence are hereby today reflects the growing awareness of financial education and its importance in shaping a secure future. To mark the beginning of this seminar, let us start this auspicious event with the lighting of the lamp ceremony, a symbol of wisdom, knowledge, and enlightenment. I now request our esteemed chief guest and Sir Karthik to come forward for the lighting of the lamp ceremony. Emma and Sakina. I also request Sai to responsive guests to organize on the Without further delay, let's proceed with the introduction of our esteemed resource person. I request Ms. Megham to introduce our esteemed chief guest to the audience. Dr. Mitesh sir is a banker turned entrepreneur. Ex-Bank of America, Merrill Lynch, Group A for Treasury, liquidity and funding, bond trading, depository participants, etc. Ex Amy Grove Group, Global Gate Treasury, X Amy Grove Community Foundation, Treasurer and Board Member. Sir has received Bravery Award for saving life of a mentally challenged lady trapped in her house on fire. Sir is an alumni of Mumbai University and IIM Calcutta and has a PhD from WCU America. Sir has authored a book titled Financial Literacy, Your Ultimate Guide to Financial Freedom. Sir enjoys delivering guest lectures. Sir Mitesh is IQAC committee member at KG Somaiya College of Science and Commerce, Mumbai. Sir also contributes towards entrepreneurship development cell at many colleges. Thank you, Megan. As a token of our appreciation and respect, we would now like to extend a floral welcome to our esteemed resource person, Dr. Mitesh Sheth, sir. I invite Ms. Durga to kindly do the honors and also present the flower beside sir. Thank you, Durga. Now let's move forward and hear from our distinguished guests.
Good morning, friends. Good morning, sir. Good morning, friends.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, friends.
Good morning, sir.
Better. Early morning. क्या हो गया भाई से जोश को डाउन. So as you are aware, my name is Dr. Mitesh Sheth. I'm a medical doctor. Been a banker all my life, and all the banks that I work for, I've been a part of their investment banking or treasury management. Do you know what is treasury management? Any idea what is treasury management? Money. So all the banks that I work for, I've been a part of the team that manages the money, and that's what I've done all my life. So I don't know anything else apart from money management. And being a Gujarati, I had to start my own business. So last I think 8-9 years now that I'm an entrepreneur, and we conduct rather a lot of training programs. So one of them is on money management. This is as per the guidelines of SEBI, Securities and Exchange Board of India. And we also conduct a lot of other trainings for different government departments. So currently we are training the Mumbai Police, Maharashtra Police, the Crime Branch, the Cyber Cells, the Army, the Navy. And very recently we have started off with the teaching and non-teaching staff members of universities and colleges and even the students. So there's a particular reason why we started off with students. We'll get to that also in a while. Before that, is money important in life?
Yes.
Is it really important?
Yes.
It's not everything in life, but yes, it is really important. So whenever we invest our money, I'll not get into the basics of inflation and inflation and how is it impacting our money. I am assuming that you all know that, right? So the end effect is that the power of money is decreasing day by day. पैसे की जो ताकत है वो दिन ब दिन कम होती जा रही है. Why? Because of inflation and many other reasons. So अभी ये जो पैसा है, the money that we have, the money that we have earned, we have to invest that money somewhere. Correct? Now there are different avenues of investments. There are different asset classes where we can invest. But the common element is there is risk involved. Do you all agree? There is only one thing that I would really want in this session is that please try to make it interactive. Can be done?
Yes, sir.
Super. So I am here to learn something from you, and in the process there is a possibility that you might learn something from me as well. So please let's try to make it interactive. Alright, so we have a risk here. If I have to talk about the risk, see, I'm a finance guy. I graduated from KJ Sona College, Commerce, and I'm an alumni of IIM Calcutta as well. So the first thing that I ever see in anything is the risk. So whenever you invest your money, what is the risk? Let's take an example to understand this better. Let's say if I have put in an FD, a fixed deposit, the standard product, traditional product of India, fixed deposit. Let's say if I have a fixed deposit in a bank, and the bank goes bust, bankrupt of your bank. So will I get my money back? Yes? No? Everyone is saying no? Anyone that will say yes? Okay. So up to 5 lakh rupees per customer, there is an insurance, alright, provided by the government. So up to 5 lakh rupees per customer, you will get your money back. Up to 5 lakhs. So example, let's say if I have kept an FD of 10 lakhs, तो मुझे वापस कितना मिलेगा? 5 lakhs. If I have kept an FD of 5 lakhs, how much will I get back? 5 lakhs, right? If I kept an FD of 3 lakhs, how much will I get back? 3 lakhs. Just checking. तीन मिला तो 5, तीन रखा तो 5 नहीं मिलेगा. So, like fixed deposits, there is another age-old traditional product in India. It's called public provident account, PPF account. Okay. So, anyone heard of that from the students? I'm sure the staff, okay, you have. Anyone has an account? Has any of the students opened up a PPF account? There's no age limit to it. You can open up anytime you want. There's no age bar. Anyone opened up a PPF account? No? Okay. But I'm sure the professors would have it. So EPF, GPF, RPF is mandatory. It is opened up by your employer. So wherever you are working, army, navy, police, railway police, depends on that. You have that account as mandatory. Plus, in addition to that, there is a PPF account, which is optional. But in most cases, in most salaried cases, everyone has opened up a PPF account. 99.99% of people, citizens of India, would have opened up a PPF account. So let me know if I am going too fast. Okay. Now I have it because I just have 1 hour with me. So, okay. So PPF account, there are few amazing features about this PPF account. The most interesting part is that it's not linked to the stock market. Stock market ऊपर जाए, stock market नीचे जाए, stock market बंद हो जाए. PPF account is safe. And the amount of money that you have invested in PPF account, even if the bank goes bust, your 100% of the money is safe. Because the bank जहाँ पे आप वो पैसा डाल रहे हो, the bank where you are depositing the money is not the one utilizing it. It's just a medium, just a trustee. It's collecting and passing on to PFRDA, the government. So it does not, it's not dependent on the safety of that particular bank. And the most important part is that in a year, you can invest a maximum of 1,50,000 in the account. So whenever I take this session for either the Corps or the Army or the Navy, so I usually start off, because they are all earning members, salary. So I usually start off my session by asking, आपका जो PPF account है, how easy or how difficult it is to save 1 crore in that account, because it's absolutely risk-free. It's not linked to any markets, it's risk-free, and पैसा है वो कभी डूबेगा नहीं, वो बैंक को कुछ भी हो गया तो उनका पैसा is safe. So it's virtually risk-free. So how easy or how difficult it is that you are able to easily save 1 crore in that account? What do you think? What would the answers be? Or even any of the professors can feel free to jump in. What is your opinion? Once you are होता है जमा easily के नहीं होता है. Sorry.
Low risk, low return.
Low risk, low return. Because last year, 31st March year ended, the return declared on PPF account was only 7.1%. So, how easy or how difficult it is कि 1 crore उसमें जमा हो जाए? So typically I get 2 answers. One is it's very difficult, and second is it depends on your salary. Salary अगर बहुत ज़्यादा है, आप इसमें ज़्यादा invest करोगे तो शायद हो जाएगा. But there is a cap. एक साल में सिर्फ 1.5 लाख, 1.5 lakhs is the amount of money that you can deposit in this maximum. So, any professors, if you want to share your opinion, how difficult will it be? That is a lock-in period. But still, once year जमा हो जाता है क्या नहीं? 1 crore target. Difficult. Let's be honest about it, okay? Because when my dad he retired, I asked him the same question. कि आपका जो PPF account है, उसमें 1 crore जमा हुआ है क्या? So it will be no. But then I asked him another question. Okay, let's park that for a while. We'll get back to that again. Okay, now, what I want you to do is, once you pick up a job, I want you to invest 4,000 rupees every month in this PPF account. Okay, before we move any further into the session, I want to tell you that I am not here to sell you anything. Okay, I am not an agent for a PPF account or an insurance policy or anything else. So this session is purely for awareness purposes only. I am not selling anything. I am not an agent. I don't have a license to sell anything in India. So feel free. Okay, listen to this with an open mind. It's not that you get a call from me tomorrow saying, hey, policy level. Don't worry about that. Okay. Alright. So what I want you to do is, once you pick up a job, invest 4,000 rupees. 4,000 is the magic number. I'll tell you why. I want you to invest 4,000 in this PPF account every single month for the rest of your working life. And what is the span of this working life? 20, 22, 24 is the average age when you pick up a job. And what's the retirement age? 60, 58, 60, 62, 65. Again, depends on the shares of account. Correct? So you roughly you have what, 40 years with him? Roughly. 2 साल आगे पीछे रखने पड़ेगा. 40 years I want you to do this thing. Every month 4,000 you invest in this account. Now what is the amount of money that you would have invested? 4,000 every month.
48,000.
Yearly 48,000. 48,000 in a year, and that I want you to do for 40 years. So what is the quantum of money that you would have invested here?
19,20,000.
19,20,000, correct. So this 19,20,000 will be the amount of money that you would have invested in a PPF account. The rate of interest last year was 7.1. How much do you think you will get back? Any idea? Any guess what? 19 lakhs डाला है, वापस कितना मिलेगा? Around 50-60 lakhs. Okay. Any other?
Once a year.
From this side, I got one answer from that side. I want one answer from here. What do you think? So कितना वापस मिलेगा छोड़ दो. How much do you want? It's not an exam. I'm not here to give you any marks. Why are you worried? कितना वापस मिलेगा? See, have a look at this. This is a simple Excel I have made. Okay, anyone can make it. Even better, I will leave this Excel here with you. See, this entire Excel is formula based. So what I have done is I have calculated 12 months of the year, year 1, year 2, year 3. I have done this for the next 50 years. 7% is the rate of interest I have taken. Last year, the rate declared on this account was 7.1. So you keep on doing this. After 40 years, 99,45,000 once a year. This is the amount of money you will get back. And there is no risk involved in this account. It is absolutely risk-free. And the best part, this is absolutely tax-free. As of today, it comes under the EEE category, exempt category. There is no tax on this. The interest is? No, interest is not taxable. In the new regime, it might be, but no. Until now, the interest is also not taxable. So every year, you can invest 1,50,000. Interest is also not taxable. Now, why does this happen? You invested only 19 lakhs. You're getting back once a year. Why does this happen? Power of compounding. So when I take this session for an army or navy or the cops or even this teaching, non-teaching staff members of any college or university, they have understood this. कि ठीक है, ये करने से 19 lakhs डालने से 1 crore वापस मिल रहा है. But they don't have another 40 years of working life ahead of them. Because the average age in the class itself is 40-45. So they have understood this, but they are not able to take advantage of this. So the next best thing they can do is open up an account for their kids. That is what they do. But for you, you have another 40 years of working life ahead of you. So this is what I want you to do. Open up a PPF account, it's absolutely free. Just walk into any bank, ask them to need a PPF account opening form. That's it. And I want you to do this. Now, the only argument you can have here, see, 1 crore to jama hone hi wala hai. It's maths. It cannot go wrong. Correct? And the rate of interest I have taken is 7. So on an average, 7 is fair. It can go up, or rather it will go up, it will go down. But on an average for the next 40 years, it can remain 7. That's my assumption. If you feel that it will be 6, change it over here to 6. The yellow highlighted columns are the only ones you need to change. Baki sab, everything is formula based. Now, the only argument you can have here is 40 years from today, what will be the value of 1 CR? 40 years from today, 1 crore mein kya hoga? Baki aur kuch, there's no other argument. Now this money is not for blood work. This money is only for 3 things: food, shelter, and medical needs. Is it enough? 40 years from now, food, shelter, and your medical needs. Do you think it will be enough, 1 CR? Yes, no? I'm getting mixed answers. Maybe yes, maybe no, we don't know. Correct? Okay, so what I want you to do is, instead of 4,000, change this to 6,000. Increase it by 2,000. How much do you think will be the impact? If I change this by 2,000, how much will be the impact over here?
Double.
50 lakhs. Every 1,000 rupees adds an extra 25 lakhs. Make it 6,000, 1.5 lakhs. In the initial years, when you have just picked up a job, maybe you can just start with 4,000, but later on you can increase it. And there is no compulsion. It's not like a post office recurring deposit that if you have decided 4,000 every month, to har mahine ko 4,000 dalna hi padega, there's a penalty. Nothing like that. In this account, you need to deposit once in a year. Any amount, 100, 200, once a year you need to deposit. You decided 4,000, it's on to you. If you don't deposit anything next month, it's fine. But once in 12 months, you need to deposit something. Can be done? Yes. Sure? Okay. Any doubts, any questions, any queries in this? No? Alright. So now we park this. We'll get back to that in a while. We'll get back to the Excel sheet again. Okay, now there's one more thing that I want to discuss. Very interesting thing. There are only 3 asset classes, 3 investment asset classes, according to the global economists, where you can invest your money. What are those? It's okay, let us repeat it. The first 2 are land and metal. And the third one is business. But there is a problem over here. Land and metal, it's called non-productive asset class. Why? Let's say if I bought gold at 50,000 and it has become 80,000. It was an investment, I'm making a profit, so I sold it off and I pocketed the profit. Now, will I earn again on the same piece of gold? Yes or no? No. Because that piece has changed hands. Woman pays the, I sold the land, I sold the gold, and so I got the profit. I will not earn again on the same piece of gold. Right? So it is only one time affair, one time deal. So it is called non-productive asset class. Same thing happens with land. I bought a land, I sold it at a profit. I will not earn again on the land. Unless I build a structure on it and put it on rent. Then it's a different story. But otherwise, it's just a one-time thing. So it is called non-productive asset class. But business, what is business? Business means a company, a corporate. Company will make profit every day, make profit every month, make profit every year. And if I am a partner over there, I will also make profit every year. Now, how do I become a partner over there?
Becoming a shareholder.
Simple, by becoming a shareholder over there, correct? Because we are talking about big structures. We are not talking about smaller businesses or startups, because the risk involved is too high. So let's say we are talking about a corporate, an established corporate, and if I want to be a partner in their business, because they are the ones making profit more than inflation, so I simply need to buy shares. Correct? There is risk involved in it?
Right.
So let us highlight that there is a risk involved. We'll discuss about this risk in a while. But why do we have to make our investments over here? Why? They are perpetual, they are making profit every year, fair. But still, why? Logic here.
In the long run, it helps the economic to grow. Economy.
The corporates, the companies.
Right.
Yeah, but whenever I invest in the share, that money does not reach to the corporate. Let's say if you're buying a share in any of the stock exchanges,
Right.
company A, company B. See, I'm not allowed to take any names, so I'm not taking any names. But if there is a company which is listed on the stock exchange, and if I buy a share, will that money go to that company? No. It's going to some other citizen or someone else who is selling the share to me. Only during the IPO, the money might go to the company. Might. Because otherwise it can also be OFS, offer for sale. Like we have seen in some of the recent IPOs. Because the company had not issued shares to the public. Their investors had issued their shares to the public. So the money went to those investors. Not even a single rupee of the entire IPO went to that company. So there was no reason to invest, in my personal opinion. Again, let's not debate that. It's a different topic for some other day. So again, coming back to this thing, why do I need to invest in companies? You heard of Warren Buffett, sir?
Yes.
Everyone, right? He's the management guru of value investing. What is value investing? And if he's so successful, if everyone is like worshipping him, we need to follow his principles.
Right.
Maybe we'll try to make some money, or maybe we'll try to understand something in life. So what does he strongly believe in? See, he says that he will look at, or he will think about investing in a particular company only if that company has the power to take out money from the consumer's pocket year after year, more than the last year. What does that mean? It's a very strong statement. What does that mean? The company should have the power to take out money from your pocket every year, more than the last year. Look at all the household items. जो भी हम खाने पीने के सामान है, look at that. Is the cost of anything going down? You still buying. Makeup item. Is the cost going down? Two-wheelers, four-wheelers. Is the cost going down? The first rule of economics: if the price increases, demand falls. It does not happen over here. These are great brands. We need to look out for such companies. How do we do that? Or rather, even one step before that, why does this happen? I'll give you, let's try to understand this with a simple example. I was just discussing with sir here today in the morning. So he told me something about him. So I'm sharing your story with everyone, with your permission, if you don't mind. Okay. So he told me that, yesterday he was in a really happy mood. And on his way home, he bought some sweets to share with his family and friends. So he bought sweets worth 1,000 rupees. Now who will pay this 1,000 to the sweets guy, to the shopkeeper? Who will pay? Sir will only pay, na? Time to what are you thinking? Contribution करने वाला निकाल सब लोग 50 रुपए right? Contribution नहीं right? Sir will pay, correct? Okay. Now let's take another example. Let's say if there is a two-wheeler or a four-wheeler company that we discussed about, and the CEO of that company is very happy. He's in a very happy mood today, and he wants to distribute sweets to all his 1 lakh employees across India. 1 lakh employees, 1,000 rupees sweets per employee. Now, who will pay this bill?
The company.
Sorry? Sir? So who will pay?
The company.
The company. Okay, any other answer? Think about it for a while. Who will pay this? जो भी हुआ 10 लाख हुआ, 10 लाख हुआ, 1 करोड़ हुआ, जो भी पैसा हुआ, who will pay this money? I got one answer, company.
The company.
Who do you think will pay? Alright, so since I'm not getting any more answers, let's go by rule of elimination. The CEO, the CEO will pay and he will? CEO will pay and he will charge it to the company. Okay, so you're saying the CEO will pay out of his pocket and he will submit the bills to the company and the company will pay. Okay, so let's go by the rule of elimination. Okay, the best way. The company will not pay. Why? Do you really think in the company balance sheets, P&L account, if they write if 10 lakh रुपए का loss किया or rather the profits came down by 10 lakh rupees or 1 CR because we distributed sweets, because the CEO was in a good mood and he distributed the sweets to all the employees, what do you think will happen? What will the board members do? The CEO will lose his job. And what will happen to the share prices? So the company will not pay. So we have ruled that out. Now who's left? The CEO will also not pay, obviously. He will not pay out of his salary. Sorry? Think about it. This is the reason why you need to be in this asset class. What's the reason? Who will pay?
The customer of the company who
Exactly.
pays.
You and me, we will pay. Because we are the ones buying the products of that company. The company is able to pass on its extra cost to its end consumers. The company has the power to pass on the extra cost to its end consumers and increase the price of the product. No one would really mind. Look at iPhone. पहले 80,000 का आता था, अभी 2 लाख का आता है. Has the sales gone down? No. You know the GDP of the company is as good as the GDP of a country. These are great companies. So this should be your first filter. Which are those companies? Like one Luther, think like it. That is the reason, because the company is able to pass on its extra cost to the consumers. That is the reason why we all need to be investing over here. Because then it becomes a every time affair. It's a long term affair. I will not say perpetual, because no company is actually perpetual. But yeah, then it becomes a long term. Now how? But still the risk is there, correct? Even if you're buying a share of a great company, still risk to hate. Now what is this risk? What is this risk? Anyone? So if you read your textbook, there are 21 types of risk, okay, which you need to understand, you need to learn for your exams. But in real life, when it comes to the stock market, there are only 2 types of risk. One is the real risk and the other is the artificial risk. What is the real risk?
The problem might be there in the management something of the company.
Problem might be there in the management. Okay, तो उससे क्या होगा?
The sales, the revenue of the company might decrease, which may also decrease your investment.
The sales will come down.
Yeah.
Okay, तो उससे क्या होगा? You're going the right direction.
Yeah. The revenue of the companies might be affected.
The revenue of the company might be affected. Okay, and that will result into
The falling of share prices, the falling of profit.
the falling of the profit. Okay, see the company, there's something wrong over there. Sales did not happen, profit did not happen, the share price came down.
Yeah.
That is the real risk. It is called the business model of the company. There's something wrong in the inherent business model of the company, and that is why the sales is not happening. The products, the goods, whatever the company is making, manufacturing, offering, it is not being sold in the market. And because of that, the sales is coming down, because of that, the profits is coming down, because of that, the share price is coming down. Because at the end of the day, share price is deriving its value from the profit. Unlike cryptocurrency, if we have time, we will also discuss cryptocurrencies at the end. But these days, everyone really likes cryptocurrencies, okay? So, it is deriving its value from the profit. That is the ultimate thing. Profit se, it is getting, everything is getting driven. Now that is the real risk. If the company in which I have invested is not making a profit, then my value, my investment will come down and I make a loss. Correct? Now that's the real risk. So what is artificial risk?
The artificial risk is created because of the falling market, might be because of the falling market, the overall falling market, retestment of the market. Secondly, it might be because of the changes in the policies of the country, new implementation of the rules.
Or is it the other way around? इसकी वजह से ये है कि इसकी वजह से ये है. Which is the effect and which is the cause?
Yeah.
So I want you to discuss, I want you to think about the other side. What is there on the other side? Okay. See, since we have time, let's play a stock exchange game. Okay. Do you want to play a stock exchange game? Yes? No?
Yes.
No?
Yes.
I cannot hear you.
Yes.
Two rules to it, if you want to play. First one, I want everyone to participate.
Correct.
Otherwise, we'll stop the game. Agreed? Second rule, I want you to remember, or rather, I want you to give your answers based on your risk appetite. What is risk appetite? Anyone?
The capacity of taking risk.
Capacity of taking risk. Okay? Some other words, I don't want the textbook definition. Something else?
I can afford to lose.
How much I can afford to lose? Okay. So done? Can we play the game? Super. So before that, before we start with the game, I just recalled in the morning when I was on my way, I was in a bit of a hurry and I forgot my wallet that way and in the hotel and those paying apps are not working on my phone. I don't know why. So I need to borrow what I don't know, maybe 20-30 bucks, maybe to have some tea or a sandwich on my way. Can anyone lend me 20-30 maybe? Don't shake your hand. If you can lend me 30 rupees, I promise once I reach home I'll pay you back. Just raise your hand. Who can lend me 30 rupees? Okay, 1, 2. Raise your hand. I'll catch you now after the session. Quite a few. Thank you so much. Quite a few. Thank you. I already love this college. Okay. One more thing. I just recalled. I've taken a loan from someone else and I need to repay 5,000 rupees to that person. So can someone lend me 5,000? I promise once I reach back Bombay, I'll pay. See, the moment I land in Bombay, I'll pay you. Anyone? Now, okay, sir.
But I need 15%.
You need 15% rate. Shall I give you 50% rate?
They say, I don't know who you are.
The moment I reach Bombay. See, this is risk appetite. Okay, 30 rupees, if I lose 30 rupees, I'll not lose my sleep over it. यहाँ पे दुखेगा नहीं. But 5,000, पता नहीं है सूट में कोई आ गया है, पता नहीं है बॉम्बे में रहता भी है कि नहीं. कॉल है उसका पैसा होगा कि नहीं अवेलेबल, we don't know. That is risk appetite. Done? I'm sure you remember now for the rest of your life. और अगर कोई ऐसा सामने से बोलता है 50% देने को तैयार हूँ, और that's a red flag. It's a red flag. 50% देने को तैयार है, प्लेटफॉर्म में पहुँचने वाला है, एक दिन में 50% देने को तैयार है. Red flag. Always remember that. ठीक है? Now let's play this game quickly. Let's say if there is a company A. Okay, I'm not allowed to take any names, so I'm using company A. But assume this is a company of your choice. Whichever company you like, whichever sector, doesn't matter. Listed in India. ये वो company. Can be done?
Yes.
Super. Now. Yeah. Won't be. See, the value of this share is 1,000, and you have invested your hard-earned money 10 lakhs. Okay, 10 lakh रुपए आपका hard earned money you have invested in this particular share. So I need your help. कौन दे help? GPS, geotech forecast के लिए चाहिए. Those forecasts will go to the SEBI. So I need it from 2-3 corners covering the entire class. Thank you so much. Alright. So this is the fact. This is your portfolio. 10 lakh rupees is the portfolio value. And this is company A in which you have invested. The share price is 1,000. Now let's take a real life example. Let's take the recent elections. Ongoing elections, जो भी state में थे. Okay, let's not take that. So it will become too political thing. And this session is being recorded. So let's not take that example. Let's take some other example. Ukraine-Russia tension. Okay. Let's take a political scenario. Let's take an international scenario rather. Ukraine-Russia tension. We all knew something had happened between those two countries, right? थोड़ा तो मालूम है, correct? Super. So day one. After you invested this day one, in the morning when you woke up, you read your newspapers, and you realize that Ukraine ने अपने submarines जो है वो रशिया की तरफ आगे किए थे. Ukraine had moved its submarines towards the direction of Russia and waters. And what happened globally in the stock markets? All fell. Globally everything fell. Correct. So in India in the morning you woke up, you read the newspapers that something like this has happened. You fired up your laptop and you saw that yes, the market has crashed. And for the sake of simplicity of calculation, the share price has become 500. So what is the value of your portfolio now? Correct. 5 lakhs. What is the first thing that will happen? Panic selling. उसके पहले क्या होगा? There is something that will happen even before panic selling. What is that? यहाँ पे रुकेगा. So you made a loss of 5 lakh rupees in one day. बीवी को जवाब देना पड़ेगा ना घर पे 5 लाख रुपए कहाँ चले गए? और brother में रहो. हस्बैंड को बताना पड़ेगा 5 लाख रुपए कहाँ चले गए एक दिन में. तो सबसे पहले यहाँ पे रुकेगा. Then you will take some time, you will come back to your senses, and then you will have some choices ahead of you, which you can take, which you can make. Okay. Now what are those choices? Like ma'am said, the first choice, panic selling है. Okay, like first choice will be sell. Like a disciplined investor, the first sign of disciplined investor is stop loss. You curtail your losses. Stop the loss. Loss जितना हो गया है, cut it over there. Loss को extend मत करने दो. When the market improves, we will enter the market again. Maybe in the same share, maybe in some other share. We will do our research again. Correct. So that is the first choice we have. Apply stop loss, sell it. जो loss हुआ है, bear the loss. ठीक है. What is the second choice?
Buy the dip.
Hold. Eat 5-star, do nothing. Hold. That is the second choice. What is the third choice? Average, which means buy more. People will look from both different angles. Someone will look at it's a loss, cut it over there. Someone will look at the same share is available at discount. No, it was available at 1,000, now it's available at 500. Let's buy more. Correct? So now you have these three choices. Is there any other fourth choice? These are the three choices, correct? In front of you. Now quickly tell me, how many of you want to sell it?
It varies on the company, which company it is.
First rule, assume ये वो company is the one which you like. So for each one his own. For you it is your favorite company. Other company for which you have done some research. It is that. Now, how many of you want to sell? Raise your hands quickly. One. You want to sell, right? Okay, one. Okay, only one. Okay. How many of you want to buy? Anyone wants to buy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Alright. Buy 13. बाकी सब लोग? E 5 star. Do nothing, right? Okay, done. Now, day 2. Do you recollect what happened on day 2? And these are the facts. I'm not making it up. These are the facts. What happened on day 2? Sorry? Day 2, Putin साहब भड़क गए थे. You know, he said, अच्छा ऐसे क्या लगा है यूक्रेन में atomic करना रखो ना. Actually, his Marathi is as weak as mine, but that is what he meant. No, so he also asked this submarine guys. Sorry, I'm expecting an additional call. So my phone is on. Sorry. So he also sent his submarines way in the direction of Ukraine, and both the countries went head on. That's what happened on day 2. So he also, issued an order for his submarines to go in the direction of Ukraine. That is what happened on day 2. And day 2, when both the countries went head on, globally the markets again crashed. Okay. Day 2. The share price again fell down. And the portfolio value is now 2.5 lakhs. अभी सबसे पहले क्या होगा?
Okay, all okay.
आज डॉक्टर के पास नहीं जाना पड़ेगा, डॉक्टर को यहाँ बुलाना पड़ेगा. 50% day over day. You already made a loss of what? 7.5 lakhs in 2 days. And 13 of you have made more loss. But someone is happy. This one person is very happy. Madam, yeah, she is very happy. She did the stop loss yesterday. She got her 5 lakhs yesterday. Today she is the only person who will need 5 stars. No one else will be able to buy. 7.5 lakh rupees loss हुआ है 2 दिन में. Okay. So now again we have the same 3 choices in front of us. Now, how many of you want to sell? How many of you want to sell? कल 5 लाख मिल रहा था जो मैडम ने लिया, आज सिर्फ 2.5 लाख मिल रहा है. Today you are getting only 2.5 lakhs. Anyone wants to sell the portfolio? No? Okay, 0. How many of you want to buy more? Just 1 minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 of you want to buy. And बाकी सब लोग? सर आज कुछ नहीं खा सकेंगे. No 5 star, no money. यहाँ पे अटक जाएगा. Why? 7.5 लाख रुपए का लॉस किया है और ये 13 ज़्यादा लॉस किया है. So no 5 star. Just do nothing. Hold your breath. Pray to God. The market improves. That is what happened on day 2. Do you remember what happened on day 3? What happened on day 3? And this is the reality, right? If you haven't read, you can Google it up. What really happened on day 3? Sorry. Okay, he also intervened, yeah. But फिर ये सिनेरियो में क्या हुआ? What happened? Ukraine did not back down. That is what happened on day 3. Ukraine did not back down. He said, "In no way I will withdraw my submarines." This is really what happened. And Putin साहब जो है, he had issued a statement in the United Nations General Assembly Forum, UNF. He had issued a statement over there that by 5 p.m. today, if Ukraine does not back down, I will start a war. And this is the real statement that he had issued in the United Nations General Assembly Forum. Okay. So what do you think would have happened globally in all the stock markets around the world? Crashed. Except for all the stock markets crashed, but something did not. What was that? Gold. Gold is considered to be safe haven. So whenever the markets crashes, whenever the portfolios crash, the portfolio managers, they shift their portfolio from stocks to bullion. Bullion is considered to be safe haven. Okay, around the world. So यहाँ पे on day 3, day 3, The share price is 125. The portfolio value is the Shubh amount of 1.25 lakh. Now quickly, you have 3 choices ahead of you. How many of you want to sell? आज 1.25 lakh मिल रहा है. We don't know what will happen by 5 p.m. today. Udin sir has issued a public statement to Brand Relations Forum. We don't know what will happen. Anyone wants to sell the portfolio? Okay, anyone wants to sell? No? Okay. Anyone wants to buy more? Raise your hands. Anyone wants to buy? Okay, 1, 2, 3. This is standard. 4. Happy? 5. 5 of you want to buy. Done? ठीक है. बाकी सब लोग? Hold your breath. Pray to God. ठीक है. Now ये हो गया. ठीक है. Market closed. Done. Now let's try to analyze what really happened. And even before that, I want to ask you a question. All of you have made a loss of 9 lakh rupees.
Yes.
Because that was the original assumption that everyone has invested 10 lakhs and the portfolio value is almost 1 lakh, except for the lady over there. Everyone has made a loss of 9 lakh rupees, correct? Because बाकी किसी ने sell किया ही नहीं है. 9 lakh rupees minimum loss, plus these 30 people, these 22 people and these 5 people have made extra loss. So after making a minimum loss of 9 lakh rupees, why are we smiling and still happy about this entire situation and we are buying more? Why? Oh, why are we buying more bread and we are happy about it? Because there is a hope. Because there is a hope of recovery. Okay? So there is a hope of recovery that, in days to come, when everything vanishes, all this tension vanishes, the shares, the price of the share will again come up. And we might make a profit someday. Correct? But that is in anticipation of the future. Right now, on paper, the reality, your bank balance has come down by 9 lakhs, your portfolio value has come down by 9 lakhs. So why are we happy about it? In anticipation, in hope कि कभी ऊपर बढ़ेगा, we are breathing, we have hope, heart attack नहीं आया है, ठीक है, खाली दुखा है. But it's not a reason to be happy about it. कि future में profit होगा. Future में profit होगा is as good as saying कि give me 10,000 today, मैं बॉम्बे जाके आपको 12,000 भेज दूँगा. Future में profit होगा. Why are you happy about this situation?
You asked us to invest in one of our favorite companies this week and must have done some kind of fundamental.
Yeah, you have done amazing research
So
on that.
value of 1,000, you are getting for 125.
But why are you happy about it? No, but in anticipation से कल को ये 100 rupees बढ़ के 1,000 जब टच होगा तभी you will be at a no profit, no loss, and you would have already lost some interest over this time period. ये शेयर प्राइस नीचे गया और शेयर प्राइस वापस ऊपर आएगा 1000 का, 100 से 1000 का, which is how much percent jump? 10x. तब तक you will be at a no profit, no loss, or rather you will be at a loss, no profit. Why are we happy about that situation? It is giving you some hope, agreed. But why are we happy about it? Why are we smiling today? We don't know. What if he presses the button and starts to work? What if this company is not able to bear such a loss? What if this company does not have that enough capital? What if Ukraine, Russia, that pipeline, that area is his biggest customer? What if international laws change tomorrow and this company is not able to make a profit? What if it takes another 5 years to come back at 1,000 rupees level? There are so many what ifs. Why are we happy about it today? See, the entire purpose of this session is to make you think in a particular direction. So I am taking a pause over here. Why are we happy about it? Do you know why?
It is a different perspective actually. One thing is he says that I always see that the market will go through its ups and downs. That's a very natural way to look at it. not the reason. So the second reason I look at it is that if I bring myself out of this scenario, there are other things. I might not be the investor who puts everything in one this. So in my entire portfolio, risk could not occupy a holding position, isn't it? It could occupy a small.
Even if this is only 10% of your portfolio, your entire portfolio is down because the scenario that we are discussing has impacted markets globally. So no matter what stock you are talking about, no matter what your portfolio is, the answer is always very simple and it is straight ahead in front of you. It's just that we are not able to see it. The real answer why we are happy about this situation is because we are sitting in a classroom and we are just discussing. क्योंकि असली का 10 लाख रुपया नहीं लगाया है, असली का 9 लाख रुपया लॉस नहीं किया है. Can you imagine yourself making a loss of 9 lakh rupees in 3 days in the stock market and not losing your sleep over it? Do you really think you will be able to smile after making a loss of 9 lakh rupees in the stock market in only 3 days? It is not possible. Because we are just discussing this is imaginary 10 lakh rupees that we have invested. यहाँ पे 5 lakh रुपया loss हुआ है. In reality, do you think in a particular share, company A, if you are making a loss of 5 lakhs, you will invest more? And you will think, let me average it after making a loss of 5 lakhs, 50% in one day. This is not possible. Again on the next day, 13, again 22, again 5 people. No. In reality, when your money is really put in the stock market, we behave differently. In this classroom, we are behaving differently. Because सच्ची में loss नहीं हुआ है. असली का पैसा is not at stake. That is the human behavior. And it has got nothing to do with your bank balance. बैंक में 50 लाख रुपया पड़ा है, यहाँ पे 10,000 loss हो जाएगा, you lose your sleep over it. That is what really happens. Why? Because we are retail investors. And what happens to retail investors? Two things. One, our capital is limited. Second, our risk appetite is limited or is low. These are the two main factors. Risk appetite and capital. These two are limited, these two are low. And so, on day one, यहाँ पे ही, as ma'am said, panic selling आ जाएगा. Everyone will want to sell. No one will want to buy. In this scenario, 13 of you want to buy. There are no sellers. Will you be able to buy? No. 22 buyers, 0 sellers. Will you be able to buy? No. Stock market is a zero-sum game. The company is not issuing fresh shares. In reality, the situation will be reversed. There will be more sellers and no buyers. But sellers will not be able to sell because there are no buyers. See, it's a zero-sum game. If everyone has made a profit in the stock market, you are lying. If someone has made 1 rupee profit, which compulsorily, necessarily means that someone else has made 1 rupee loss. Otherwise, it's not possible. Stock exchange अपनी जेब से नहीं देने वाला है. It is amongst you, the citizens, the participants in the stock market. If someone is making a profit, which necessarily means that someone had made a loss. तो पैसा आया कहाँ से? कंपनी से तो आया नहीं है, stock exchange से भी आया नहीं है. It is between the buyers and the sellers. So always remember that these are the two main factors. You are limited in risk appetite and limited in capital. Retail investors panic selling जल्दी आ जाता है. But let's look at another scenario, the other side to it. We discussed about what we did not discuss, but there is a mutual fund. You heard about mutual funds? Yes. Okay. Now, in a mutual fund, there is a fund manager, correct? He has also bought this share, exactly the same share that you have bought, and he is also making a loss of 50% every day. And he also has these 3 choices in front of him: buy, sell, hold. Correct? The exact same choices, but he knows the right choice. How? What is it that he is doing something different? Now this is the main question. If you are able to crack this, the stock market is for you. Otherwise, the stock market is not for you. If you are capitalist by nature, share market profit करने के लिए जा रहे हैं, तो share market is for you. It is not to try your luck. If you want to try your luck, buy lottery. How does he know what is the right decision?
The experience.
He is also experienced. We are also experienced. He is intelligent, we are also intelligent. He is doing research, we are also doing research. We are also studying market. We are also having discipline. We are coming here every day in the morning to attend the lectures. We are also disciplined.
He diversifies his
We are also diversified. आपने बोला ना इसके अलावा और भी पोर्टफोलियो है हमारे. We are also diversified.
He pulls the research.
There is one particular answer that I am looking at. We are also diversifying. We are never only buying one share. If you are an investor and you only bought one share, no. How? We are also trying to manage the risk. Sorry? No, but we also, if you apply a stop loss, you already made a loss. You opened the position, you made a loss. So then you make a profit again. Because you re-enter the market at a given point in time. But with that time, you have stopped your loss. Loss कर लिया है, loss book कर लिया है आपके books में. तो profit होने नहीं वाला है. Business model. You need to fall in love with the business model of the company. You remember the real risk that we talked about. You need to understand what is the business model of this company. और ये जो भी scenario है, Ukraine Russia tension है, या some politician has said that I will take all my MLAs and go to Assam. What is the reason? Why the market is falling? You need to understand the real reason and its impact on the business model of this company. If you know this, what is the impact? Is it positive or is it negative? Because of this scenario, you can pay attention. ये जो भी कंपनी है, बैंकिंग है, चश्मा बनाती है, डायपर बनाती है, पेट्रोल बनाती है, जो भी करती है, your favorite company, उसके बिजनेस मॉडल पे इम्पैक्ट आया है क्या? यूक्रेन रशिया टेंशन था, तो did we stop celebrating our birthdays? No. तो ये जो भी कंपनी है, ये पेट्रोल बनाती है, पेट्रोल बेचती है, तो क्या उसने उस दिन पेट्रोल नहीं बेचा? बेचा। क्या उसने उस दिन प्रॉफिट नहीं किया? किया। बट शेयर प्राइस क्यों नीचे गिर गया? Because the market is run on two emotions, fear and greed. These are the two emotions that drive the market. See, when the market, what do I mean when I say market? Market आज ऊपर है, market आज नीचे है, market crashed. What do I mean by market? The index. See, how many stock exchanges in India? Two. Which are those?
NSE and KSE.
And what are the main indexes of these markets?
Nifty 50 and Sensex.
Correct. Okay. Now NSE has Nifty and BSE has Sensex. Correct. What is the value of Sensex?
Today it was 73 plus something.
73. It's come down so much. Okay. 73. I thought it was more than 75, but okay. 73. 73,000. Okay. When did this start? We will come back to this as well in a while. We will just try to connect some dots. When did this start?
79 something.
1978, 79. I think there are two dates if you Google it up. One date it started and the other date it got published. 78, 79. And what was the value? When the Sensex was formed, what was the value?
250 100.
100. That was the base value of Sensex when it started. So if I have to plot it in a graph, how will it look? From 100 to 73,000. If I have to plot it in a graph, how will it look? One straight line. This is how it will look. From 100 to 73,000. Simple. But has it really moved this way?
No.
So how has it moved? Correct. This is how it is moving. We don't know where it will end. Up, down, we don't know. Correct. But the larger trend, if I step back, if I look at the larger trend, it has gone up. 100 का 76,000, 73,000 कुछ तो है. Now, what is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of this? It means, sorry, it increased and it decreased, but what does that mean?
Supply and demand in the market.
It means volatility, it means risk, it is the standard deviation. ठीक है, ये जो बेस लाइन है उससे कितना वो डिविएट हुआ है, दिस इज द लाइन, दिस इज द बेस लाइन, उससे कितना डिविएट हुआ है, ठीक है, कितना डिविएट ऐसे गया है और कितना ये ऐसे गया है, ठीक है, दिस इज द स्टैंडर्ड डिविएशन, दिस इज बिकॉज it has risk in it, so it is deviating from its baseline. This is the risk element, this is the volatility. Okay, अब ये कहाँ से आता है? Where does this come from? Two emotions, fear and greed. If the business model has not changed, then why did the share price come down? In anticipation, fear and greed. If there are more buyers, it will go up. If there are more sellers, it will fall down. Simple. There is no other logic to it. Today the market is up. Yesterday it was down. Why? And if a company, whoever is selling chocolates or whoever is selling petrol, did it not sell petrol yesterday? It sold. It made a profit yesterday. So whenever the market has such abnormalities, whenever the market comes down without any reason, now this fall is without any reason. It is not because the valuation of that company is too high. That is the business model का issue. The valuation कितना ऊपर है कितना नीचे है, value is it more expensive or not. When I say more expensive, it does not mean the share price. It can be 10,000 rupees and it can be undervalued, or it can be 50 rupees and it can be overvalued. It depends on उसका business model क्या है, profit कितना कर रहा है, what are the PE ratios. We are not getting into that today. Okay. Now, so when I say business model and the risk element, how to look at it? You need to understand whether the price of your favorite share. So that's why I said that this is your favorite share, जिसमें आपने कुछ research किया है. You have understood its business model. What are the products? What are the goods it is manufacturing or offering to the consumers? You need to look at that. How strong are the products? How strong is the business model? और ये जो भी हुआ यूक्रेन रशिया टेंशन, उसकी वजह से इसका business model impact हुआ है क्या? Is it doing something in that area? Are the consumers over there? Or is the raw material coming from that side? या उसका कुछ pipeline वहाँ पर है? कुछ भी, whatever the company is doing. If no, and if it is just a larger, overall के नीचे गिर गया है because of fear, right time to buy. First filter. Second filter, look at the PE ratios, look at the profitability, look at the main thing is the PE ratio. You need to look at that as well. A profit कर रहा है कि नहीं है company, but the assumption is that you have done that research. And then if the market is falling only because of fear, right time to buy or right time to hold, depending on the impact on the business model. So you need to understand the business model of the company. There is no escape to that. But if you are not into balance sheet reading, if you are not into understanding the business model of the company, and you still want to take advantage of the stock markets, mutual fund is for you. I do not recommend buying individual shares. Then you need to go the mutual fund way. Why? Because mutual fund there is a fund manager who is doing all this research for you. So stick to a mutual fund. And mutual fund, when you give your money to a mutual fund, you can tell him that you invest my money only in large companies. There is a large cap or mid cap. Or if you like taking risk, small caps. So few of my friends love small caps. They are saying that the companies are small, दो चार बंद हो जाएगा चलेगा, but become 10x, 20x is easier for them because the capital base is low. So they like taking risk. So mid cap. Some of my friends, they don't read anything about stocks or finance or newspapers. They're like, the fund manager will use his brain. Multi cap. उसको जहाँ लगाना है वहाँ पे इन्वेस्ट करना है. Few of my friends who follow the budgets or read the newspapers, they are very happy. They are saying that defense sector is good. It's not a recommendation. We are just discussing. So they are saying that defense sector is getting a good boost in the budgets. So when you give your money to the stock market, you can tell them, invest my money only in the defense sector or pharma sector. The population इतना है कि दवाई तो बिकने वाली है. So put my money and only invest in pharma sector or infrastructure sector. Because roads, bridges and dams are being built across the area. So that is how you filter and pick up your shares or mutual funds. Mutual funds can be sector specific or it can be large cap, mid cap, small cap. So So depending on how much you are able to read and do some research, either you use this filter for selecting individual shares or use this filter for selecting mutual funds. It is up to you. How much research, how much of time you can put in. Any questions in this? The other thing to look at, sorry, yeah please.
So I'm not very well read into the stock market or this, but I just have a question. Now you said that as the Sensex or Nifty, whatever we may say, this long term is a sort of a straight line, and usually what we see ups and downs are volatility in the market. And to a large extent it is the other effect of sentiments or fear or greed or whatever we may say. So now when we look at professionalism and mutual funds, the mutual fund managers are professionals and they know better. Now they will separate probably the effect of what exactly it is, what which kind of sectors are affected actually by sentiment and which kinds are not. Now the question is, suppose some investor does not want to go to the mutual fund route and wants to directly understand this. Now it is very difficult. But are there some sites, like for example, I often see these banks like ICICI Bank, they send mails and they seem to analyze and send us, even if you're a small shareholder, they send the, what happened last week and they study the situation. So is there, are these really transparent enough and do they really show you the picture and factor out the effects separately of this and
Okay.
the two effects? Is there a way by which the average consumer studies this?
See, honestly, no, there is not. Because you need to understand, you need to do your own research. One has to rely on his own research. You cannot rely on the research provided by research houses. Various reasons to that. In this recording session, I would not like to particularly comment on why it cannot be relied on that, but you can take it offline if you want. Those are paid research reports. So I'm not saying that they are paid and they are manipulated, but I'm saying that you need to rely on your own research. You need to understand the balance sheet of yourself. Only then maybe you can enter and buy individual shares. Otherwise it becomes too risky. So दूसरे research report आपको दे दिया है. How are you interpreting? And that research report will change everything. So let's say you have read a research report and you have made a decision today to buy, when to sell it. What is the holding period? 1 day, 2 day, 1 week, 2 weeks, 2 months, 1 year, 5 years, 10 years. How much to hold it? वापस वो रिसर्च रिपोर्ट कब निकालेगा हमें पता नहीं. That time the market will change, the scenario will change. फिर वो रिसर्च रिपोर्ट निकालेंगे और आपको मिलेगा. That time the market has changed and the share price is falling. You don't know. You need to do your own research. You understand when to sell. Till the moment you sell, you are not making money. Only buying is not wrong. Only the books. What are the filters to select individual shares? If you want to buy individual shares, what are the filters? First one is the products and the services that the company is offering. If you really want to get into buying individual shares, the first filter is always the products and the services that the company is offering. What is the second filter? Newspapers. Reading newspapers, there is a lot of news in the newspapers where you can convert those news into what will be the impact be on the share price. Simple example, again I cannot get much into details because this is as per the SEBI guidelines, so I will not take any names. But Maharashtra alone, the state of Maharashtra alone has a budget, infrastructure budget of 24,000 crores annually. And this is a dated number, it's an old number. 24,000 crores it's spending on building roads, bridges and dams every year. So what do you think? Which company is making roads, bridges and dams in India? Correct. See, I'm not allowed to take names, but you are. That's the company. Look at its balance sheet, look at its share price. So it has a balance sheet so high that they are able to participate in the tender so big. It happens in every sector. Look at IT sector, look at banking sector. All the states have similar heavy budgets. And if all this spending is going into these companies, the company is bound to be a problem. That is another way of looking at how to select individual shares if you want to directly buy those shares. Again, business model. It is a business model of the company. Government spending. Government to spend nothing on that. It is not looking out for consumers like us. That. So in every sector there are few companies like that. In every sector. That should be how you go on selecting individual shares. Yeah.
I have one question. When you are researching about the fundamentals of a company, as you told here, the fund manager will research about a company, the business model of the company. So, what are the aspects you look into the fundamentals to, like, to understand that the investment in the company will be profitable?
See, the most important thing is, as I said, look at the products that the company is offering. How strong are the products? If you look at your household items, आपके किचन के अंदर जो सामान पड़ा है, look at the company. There are only 2, max 3 companies. आपका किचन पूरा भर गया है उसके अंदर. That is the first filter. Look at hygiene products. 1 या 2 कंपनी है. That should be the first filter. Second filter.
But apart from the product, if you see the documents of the company, the reports of the
The
company.
balance sheet. That is the second part. This is the first part. The second part is the balance sheet.
Okay.
You need to understand the sales numbers, profitability numbers, the PE ratios, the debt to equity ratio. These are the basic ratios.
Is it possible if you can tell us the ratios of like which is the best ratio to
So
understand?
there are no rule of thumb. See, every sector it is different. To every company it is different. See, what does PE ratio mean? A simple example. See, what is PE ratio? What does this mean?
On equity.
Profit to earning. Yeah, but what does this mean? उसका असली मतलब क्या है? Sorry?
Sorry?
What does this mean? See, let's say if a company has a PE ratio of 50. Example, a PE ratio of 50. Now what does this mean? It simply means that the price that the company is demanding today, the share price of that company in the stock market, it has done present value of next 50 years profit. आज का जो प्रॉफिट है वो सेम रेट पे नेक्स्ट 50 इयर्स का प्रॉफिट का प्रेजेंट वैल्यू किया है तो ये रेट आया है व्हिच मींस दैट यू आर ओके यू आर विलिंग टू पे नेक्स्ट 50 इयर्स का प्रीमियम प्रेजेंट वैल्यू करके आज वेरी हाई बट इन इंडिया मोस्ट ऑफ द पीईज आर वेरी हाई इफ यू लुक एट इंटरनेशनली नेशनल कमाल 50 इज अ क्रेजी पीई रेशियो Again, I'm not allowed to take names, so I'm not getting into specific companies or PEs. But we were just discussing about a company, just before the session, I was discussing it, sir. And that particular company has a PE of more than 90. It means that next 90 years का profit आपने आज present value कर दिया है. Or there is some other news about the company. कुछ नया business चालू करने वाला है or something like that, and you are expecting the profits to go up. I cannot take names, so it becomes very difficult. And I would take names, but this is a recorded session, so I am not taking names. Otherwise, you would have ended the session, I would have taken names. But there is a reason I am not taking names.
There is one certain company, I won't take the name of it, but
You can tell me the name. I cannot tell the name. You can tell me. You are a participant.
so we see
What is the name of the company?
Taparia Tools.
Okay.
Okay. If we see the fundamentals of the company, the dividend.
Okay, let me stop you there. For the last 12 months, if you had tried to buy the shares of that company, I can assure you आपको नहीं मिला होगा. Because there are no sellers. Correct?
Right.
Why are there no sellers?
Because the dividend yield is 300 plus.
More than that.
Yeah.
It will be in thousands. Because the rate of that company now it has gone up to 7 rupees or 8 rupees something. And the dividend yield is more than 100.
Something 18 it is. 18 rupees.
Okay, I was tracking it when it was 3 rupees. Okay, and it was giving dividend of more than 100 rupees. So there are no sellers. So don't worry about that company. Even if you try for the next 1 year, you will not get to buy. Don't worry. Okay, same thing happened with LCD.
LCD.
LCD, which is the costliest share in India, purely in terms of rupees.
Costliest.
MRF. MRF was.
It was.
Would have same amount of money in a mutual fund, what would have happened? What is the average return that a mutual fund has given? 16 to 18, 13, 15, there are different numbers, different research reports. But it is 15 to 16%, I heard it is 18 as well. But no one knows the exact number because there are 50 mutual fund companies in India. And what is the quantum of money that has gone into mutual funds? It is 56 lakh crore. इतना पैसा आज तक म्यूचुअल फंड में गया है. Every month 20,000 crores gets invested in mutual fund by the way of SIP. Now let's look at this Excel. If this same amount of money, if I would have invested or this person would have invested in a mutual fund, and instead of 7%, he would have received 16-18% जो भी म्यूचुअल फंड ने दिया है. The amount of money invested is 19 lakhs, correct? Out of your pocket. वापस कितना मिलेगा? If I change this from 7 to 18, 2.5 times. 7% था, उसका मैंने कर दिया 18, 2.5 times. What will be the return? Instead of 1 CR कितना हो जाएगा? 6-7 crores. Any other guesses?
Sir?
Yeah. The same amount of money if I would have invested in mutual fund.
Through SIP, right?
Through SIP because you are investing every month. Okay, 4,000 every month for the next 40 years. But the rate of return is 18%. 2.5 times. वापस कितना मिलेगा? How much do you think you will get back? Instead of 7%, I am getting 18%. 2.5 times. Let's check. 21.9. This is the magic of compounding. 21.9. This is the magic of compounding. See, I'm not saying, okay, this Excel you don't have to use this Excel for next 40 years calculation. Why do we have to use this Excel? We all, last 5 minutes, I promise. Please bear with me. Last 5 minutes. We all have ambitions in life. Second home खरीदना है, BMW खरीदना है, world tour करना है, Europe tour करना है कि नहीं? We all have some ambitions, some dreams in life. How to achieve those dreams? Dreams है ना? How to achieve them? By doing what? Financial planning. Because I'm talking about okay, chalo, that. What else? Starting a business. Okay. So investing rightly. Okay.
Financial freedom.
Amazing Japanese. Okay, financial freedom. See, understand one thing. If your plans are not precise, you will never achieve them. I want to go somewhere. You already reached. The plan should be precise. I am staying near Goa University. No, I'll take a cab. I'll be using GPS. It will exactly tell me कहाँ से right लेना है, कहाँ से left लेना है, toll है कि नहीं है, U-turn कहाँ पे. It will exactly tell me that. Your plan should be precise like that. अगर वैसा नहीं है, तो achieve नहीं होगा. 100 करोड़ जनता every day they are seeing the same dream. Business start कर देंगे, और कमाएंगे, बहुत save करेंगे, बहुत invest करेंगे. So everyone is everyone able to buy BMW? No. Your plan should be precise. How do you make precise plans? Check this out. In 20 years time, let's say you want to buy a big house or buy a BMW. So what will be the cost? Roughly, give me a number. एक घर खरीदना है, गोवा में बंगलो खरीदना है. What will be the cost? What is the cost today? I don't know. You have to tell me. Sorry. 1 crore for a flat. Okay. And what do you think will be in 20 years time? The value of that 1 crore flat? 2 crores? 3 crores? 2.5? 3? Okay. Let's take 3. Now, 20 years to you need 3 crores. Okay. Now you started investing 4,000 every month in a mutual fund. 3 crore जमा हुआ? नहीं हुआ। You will say, अरे वो शुरू में कोई तो बॉम्बे से आया था, हमने पैसा भी इन्वेस्ट किया 4,000 every month, जमा तो हुआ ही नहीं, लेकिन 3 करोड़ तो हुआ ही नहीं। Now after 20 years 3 करोड़ जमा नहीं हुआ है, so what will happen? You will not be able to buy the house. No, what will happen? You would have lost 20 years of your life. That is very important. Your life, your years in which you are, your working years are very important. So today you should know कि यहाँ पे कितना डालना है. Today you should know after 20 years if you need this year, तो यहाँ पे आज कितना जाना चाहिए. If you are not able to put that much money, you are bound to fail. 3 करोड़ होने ही नहीं वाला है. You have taken 18%. Still 3 करोड़ नहीं हो रहा है. So you should know this number today. So this Excel is important. Know this number. So once you pick up a job, what is the number that you feel you will be comfortable saving every month? Give me a number.
10,000.
Okay, let's say 10,000. So after 2 years, it will be only 2 crores, not 3. So even if you are saving 10,000 every month, you will still be not able to buy a house. You are setting yourself up for failure. After 20 years, you realize that 3 crore nahi hua, you have lost 20 years. You should know today, okay, what is the exact amount, so you pick up the right job, so you curtail your expenses. Only then you will be able to save and invest the right amount. You should know that amount today. What is the amount? Have a look at this. 15,000. तो भी नहीं हुआ. Play around with this Excel. 20 will be high. 20 is high. 3.8. So you should know exactly कि कितना पैसा हर महीने पर डालना है. See, as I said at the start of the session, these two are the variables. You need to realize this as well. So all your investments, no matter in which asset class, wherever you have invested, is it fetching you 80%? You need to reevaluate your portfolio every 6 months. If it is fetching you 80%, you are on track. If this is not 80, it has come down, again you are in trouble. You have to reevaluate your portfolio every 6 months, at least once a year. ये 18 है कि नहीं? Otherwise, achieve नहीं. Simple. These are the only two parameters. With that, we can end this session here. If you have questions, I am available. Any questions for me? Then maybe we can take a group photograph as well. But any questions for me? Anything at all? Yeah, please. Regulatory changes which are not in our control. Tax अगर है तो tax structure जो country का है we have to obey that. लेकिन tax कहाँ पे लगेगा? From profit. अगर long term capital gain लग रहा है या short term capital gain लग रहा है, it is out of the profit that you are making. जैसे if you have invested 100 rupees and the value has become 200, okay, and you are exiting the position, maybe it in shares or mutual fund. 100 rupees जो profit हुआ है उसके ऊपर tax लग रहा है. So there is nothing to be worried about that because it is not in your control. जो भी टैक्स है वो तो लगने वाला है, आपका सैलरी जो आपको हर महीने को मिल रहा है टैक्स कट के ही मिल रहा है, there's nothing you can do about it. आपका कितना भी सैलरी हो टैक्स तो कटने वाला है unless you are not in the tax bracket. So you cannot do anything about the tax structure. So don't worry about that क्योंकि वो आपकी जेब से नहीं जा रहा है. 100 का 200 रुपया हुआ है तो 100 रुपीस जो प्रॉफिट है उसमें से कट रहा है. Senior citizen PPF account is not for senior citizen. They have already put it in the PPF account and now they will be getting it back. If you are a senior citizen, the first assumption is that your monthly income is stopped because you are not earning, you are not in a job. Then what you need to do is you, after the PPF का sum है, either you will put it in a safe bond or a safe debt mutual fund and you will go through a systematic withdrawal plan, something like that. So you need to shift depending on your age, depending on if you are a senior citizen, you are in job or not in job, what are your dependents, depending on all those factors, then you need to make a portfolio. If a senior citizen go stock market as it is, he is not advisable to enter. It is a high risk product for him. Unless all his goals are met and his kids are doing very good and he is not worried, he is still investing in the stock market. So each one is own. There is no rule of thumb. अगर आप सीनियर सिटीजन हो तो स्टॉक मार्केट इज नॉट फेयर. सर वो पर्सन टू पर्सन डिपेंड ऑन द रिस्क एपेटाइट. Sir, I think we can end the session. I guess there are no more questions. Thank you, friends. Thank you.
To honor ICT 24% and the token of appreciation, we would now like to present. I kindly request our chief guest to escort the ladies. To honor ICT resource person and the token of appreciation, we would now like to present a moment to Dr. Nikesh Alex. Sir, having invited to the honor. This moment is one token of gratitude for your valuable time, presence and valuable insights. Thank you, sir. Now I request Ms. Meghna to propose vote of thanks.
On financial literacy, it is time to express a heartfelt gratitude. First and foremost, a big thank you to our esteemed resource person, Dr. Nikesh Seth, for sharing your valuable knowledge and expertise. Your insights will surely help us make better financial decisions and secure our financial future. A special thanks to our principal and vice principal for their continued support in organizing this session. A special thanks to Sir Sahil Sagar for his presence and continued support. I would also like to extend my sincere appreciation to the organizing team, volunteers, and everyone who worked tirelessly to make this session a success. Lastly, to our audience, thank you for your active participation. We hope this session has empowered you with the knowledge and tools to take control of your finances. With that, we officially conclude today's session. Stay financially aware, stay empowered. Thank you all and have a great day ahead.